Hi guys, it's Krystal. Sorry it's been so long since I filmed a video for you guys. It's just been very hard. I thought I was going to be able to film videos by now, but I just haven't until today. So I do apologize for that, but I'm really happy to bring you this video today. As you can tell by the title, it is called Focus on Your Stash. And I'm doing this as a collab video with some of my really good friends here on YouTube. These are people that I absolutely love and adore, and I love their channels and what they have to bring to YouTube. So I hope you guys can go check out all of their channels and their videos, and I will link them all down below. But I am doing this with L is for Living, Kristen K, and Melissa Parada. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of some of their channels, and I'm sure you love them as much as I do. But if you haven't, I definitely recommend you go check them out because they're amazing women. I love them all. So basically this collab is on how to focus on your stash. We're all going to give you some different type of advice or tips on focusing on your stash. We all have kind of a different category and a different way of doing it. So what I want to talk about today is mindful spending. So basically for me personally, I cannot do like a no buy. That just would not work for me. So I cannot deprive myself if it comes to cosmetics, if it comes to eating like certain foods, like going on a diet. I just cannot deprive myself because that just makes me want stuff more. So a no buy would just not work for me. Maybe a low buy would work for me, but that's not really what I'm going to talk about. So my idea of mindful spending is still being able to make some purchases, but kind of keeping your inventory of makeup or cosmetics at a minimum. So I have a lot of things, but this is what I like to do. So if I'm gonna go buy a bunch of new products, like say I'm gonna go buy a blush or a powder or a foundation. If I buy a new blush, then I feel like when I come home, I need to at some point get rid of a blush. So if I'm gonna buy a blush, I need to get rid of a blush. If I buy a new foundation, I need to get rid of an old one that maybe I don't use or don't even like. And it's just been sitting in my stash, just kind of being wasted, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a one in, one out type of thing. So basically my inventory kind of stays the same. Now I'm not going to say that's the case for me all the time because it really isn't. That would be a lie if I said it was, and I don't do this all the time. But this is something I want to do more this year in 2015. So just kind of having a grasp of what I have in my inventory and keeping it at that number. So say I have 200 cosmetic products in my inventory. I want to keep it at 200. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a product for me of equal value. So if I buy a blush, I don't necessarily need to purge a blush or get rid of a blush. If I go buy an eyeshadow palette, I don't feel like I need to necessarily get rid of an eyeshadow palette. Now that would be ideal, or my ultimate goal would be to do that, but that's not always going to be the case. So if I purchase a new eyeshadow palette and I don't feel like there's one that I want to purge or give away, then I'll have to find something else in my stash that I need to purge or give away. So say I purchase an eyeshadow palette and maybe give away a bronzer or something like that. So basically, if I have 200 products in my inventory, I want it to stay at that number. So say I go buy 5 new products, then I feel like I need to get rid of 5 products, regardless of what those products are. Now, ideally, you want them to be kind of equal value, but that's not always going to be the case, honestly, because you might want to get rid of something, or you might get rid of something that you don't necessarily want to get rid of, and that's not really what you want to do here. So you basically just want to keep the same number of products in your inventory, just like you would at like a retail store or something like that. Like they sell so many of this product or these products, then they need to reorder those products. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to buy 5 products, I probably need to get rid of at least 5 products. Now, if I buy a blush, I can get rid of a lip liner. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're kind of keeping your inventory at the same number of products. That is my goal anyway. So, I mean, anybody can do this differently. They can do it however they want, but that's just personally how I want to do this. Now, I don't feel like I'm going to do that all the time. I did just recently purchase a bunch of new products from Ulta, and I actually do plan on doing those cosmetic clean outs, which I did start a nail polish one. I just haven't gotten around to filming more, but I want to go through my whole entire collection and purge or do a cosmetic clean out where I get rid of a ton of stuff, and I already have a ton of stuff in mind that I'm getting rid of. So in my mind, I bought all those things from Ulta, but I know that I'm getting rid of more than what I purchased. So that is my ultimate goal from now on is if I purchase something, I want to get rid of something. So I do have tons of things that I do not use that just have been sitting around, things that I don't even really care for or like, and you know what? I just need to get rid of them. So that is going to be my goal from here on out, and I hope maybe this was helpful to you guys. Maybe you guys could try this with me or let me know your thoughts. Another thing is kind of sticking to some holy grails. For instance, if there's like a facial primer that I'm absolutely loving, why do I feel the need to go out and buy another one that comes out? You know what I mean? Let me get through that tube before I go out and buy a different one. Let me get through the one that I really, really love. And if I really love it so much, why do I feel the need to purchase a different one? You know what I mean? If it's working for me, why do I feel the need to do that? And I think a lot of us do because we want to see if it's better. You want to see if there's something better out there. And that's just kind of a normal thing for all us makeup junkies. But I'm just kind of wanting to focus on what I have and enjoying and using up what I have. So it's not that I'm going to go on a no-buy, because that personally would not work for me at all. And I know it probably wouldn't work for a lot of other people. And it does work for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. So for me, I'm just going to kind of do a one-in. If I'm going to purchase something, I'm going to get rid of something. And then I'm going to try to focus on those holy grail products that I really, really like and try to just use those up. And then once I do use those up, maybe purchase a different product to see if it's better. And if it doesn't, then return it, because you don't want to waste money on something that you don't really like. So those are my goals. That is how I'm going to focus on my stash. So Elle, Melissa, and Kristen all have a different way of focusing on their stash, and they're going to give you some tips of theirs. So hopefully any one of these videos is kind of helpful for you, so that we're not out buying like crazy and then having this massive inventory that's just overgrowing and overflowing and just getting out of control, because I know that has happened to me in the past, and I want to be more mindful on my purchases. So I just want to focus on purchasing something and getting rid of something. That's what's going to work for me. So let me just tell you what the other girls are doing. So Elle is going to give you some advice on how not to buy. So Kristen's going to focus on how to do an inventory and clean out your makeup collection. So hers kind of sounds like mine, but I'm sure she has a different approach to it than I do, because, you know, obviously I'm still going to spend, but I'm also going to purge as I spend. So hers, I can't wait to watch her video to see exactly what she talks about. And then Melissa Parada is going to talk about how to rediscover your stash. So these are all really great tips for us in 2015 on how to focus on your stash so that we're not getting out of control and we're building this collection that's just overflowing, and, you know, it's just like chaos sometimes. I feel like sometimes I'm in chaos and I just want to get rid of so many things, and that's why I plan on doing these cosmetic clean out videos or makeup purge videos. I definitely want to film those for you guys. I just haven't had a chance, but I will eventually get those up. I hope that this kind of tip of mine was useful or helpful to you guys. You know, it may not work for everybody, but I just figured I would share this with you guys, and all the other girls are going to share their tips with you guys, and I hope one of these ideas will help you guys kind of have more control or manage your collection better. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Don't forget to check out everybody else's channel and videos. I will link them all down below, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.